Hi guys! So today we've got a bit of an impromptu trip away. More to come in the video about why it's impromptu, but today we're going to Cromer. So yes, an impromptu trip. We were planning to go to Cornwall, but things kind of didn't work out there for various reasons. So we've switched our plans around. We've got a free weekend, including a Friday, so day off work, which is always good. And we had a look on the Caravan and Motorhome Club website as we're members this year. And we thought, let's have a look and see where we can go. We fancied a bit of coastline. Obviously we've got Roxy with us, and we're hoping to take her on the beach and just do a few kind of outdoorsy bits and pieces. So we thought we would look for a campsite which was near somewhere where you can walk to. So instead of having to get in the van, drive it everywhere and all that stuff, we thought let's use it as a bit of a base, use the campsite as a bit of a base, find somewhere where we can walk to and explore from there. So this site, is it called
Seacroft.
Seacroft campsite. It's just outside Cromer, but that's okay. It looks like on the map you can walk down the side of the road. It's got a good sized footpath and everything down the side of the road, or kind of next to the main road into Cromer. It looks like you might be able to get onto the beach as well.
Yes, that would
from
be
the
good.
back of the campsite, maybe, and then obviously you can walk down to Cromer from there as well. So yeah, hopefully should be quite a lot to see. We don't know Cromer at all. I don't think we've ever been there. We've been to Great Yarmouth, we've been to kind of Hunstanton and kind of around the top of Norfolk, but we've not been to that side of Norfolk yet. So yeah, should be hopefully somewhere new to explore, new to see, things to do. And knowing the Caravan and Motorhome Club, it's probably going to be a campsite which would be an exact carbon copy of other ones that we've been to in the past. But
clean and tidy and well manicured.
That's not necessarily
basically
a negative,
yeah.
because they are always well looked after. But it does look as though this one might even have a bar and a restaurant. I think you were looking on this site yesterday, weren't you? And it looked like it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Sarah's in the driving seat today, doing a sterling job, and yeah, let's get to that campsite. Let's get pitched, and let's get exploring. Right, in the site, all pitched up now. Time for a quick spot of lunch. One of Sarah's lovely creations here, nice bagel. So it looks like there's a really nice easy walk, as we thought, down into Cromer. So although it's very sunny, it's very windy and it's only 8-9 degrees. So gonna have to wrap up warm for this one, but bit of lunch, obviously a beer, and yeah, let's go for a bit of a walk, I think. I think that was about the windiest walk.
That's saying something though, isn't it? When we've done many a walk down in Cornwall that have taken your breath away.
That was unbelievable, and it was behind us as well, so we got that in reverse to go back. But spooks the dog out a little bit, so we thought we'd have a quick pit stop here at the King's Head. Neck oil on tap, so looking good so far. And apparently Cromer has Peer of the Year 2024.
That's quite a claim.
It's quite a claim.
We're wondering how many peers were entered into the contest, whether it is actually a contest. Feel free to comment below if you know it to be a contest.
They might have obviously made the competition up themselves.
We might be being really harsh.
But we're going to go and check out the pier.
Yes.
If it's Peer of the Year, there's something which must be seen there.
Yes.
We don't know what, but we're going to go and check it out. Well, we've not even made it to the pier yet, and we're in another bar. So this one's called the Gangway, but this one is the craft beer capital of Cromer. So I've gone for a tasting paddle, so 3/3. Sarah's gone for a Verdant because it's from Cornwall. She loves Cornwall. But don't tell people here in Norfolk. Let's see what these beers are like. Nice. So after a particularly windy walk back, I think the windiest ever, we are now in the Wanderer Bar and Kitchen, which is actually on the campsite. So what do you reckon to this?
It's all right, actually, isn't it?
I think so. So we've got Atlantic Pale Ale on tap, which is good. A bit of a reduced menu for tonight. When I say reduced menu,
Fish and chips Friday.
Basically fish and chips, or scampi and chips.
That's fine.
But actually,
quite happy with that.
So what's your first impressions of Cromer then?
It's actually quite pretty. I hadn't really got any preconceptions about it at all. Wondered whether it would be a bit more sort of bucket and spade like Great Yarmouth. But it actually seems quite charming. Some lovely little winding streets.
I agree.
A beautiful church in the middle as well. Some nice little shops by the looks of it that we can have a little bit more of a look around tomorrow, and some cafes and bars and bits and pieces. So it seems quite pretty, and a lovely walk along the front in force, God knows whatever gales.
I think it's about 40 mile an hour winds or something, isn't it, at the moment? It's very,
takes your breath away.
Very bracing.
Knocks you sideways occasionally.
Yeah. Not entirely convinced of Pier of the Year, but we haven't been to anything at the theatre.
It was pretty. You could feel the pier kind of wobbling underneath you with the occasional roar of the waves and the lights swinging around just a little bit.
The bar, though, was pretty good, wasn't it? And it's all nicely decorated in there and seems to be very good. So, and you said the toilets were exceptional, didn't you?
They were very nice.
So
very nice. So maybe the Pier of the Year toilets, definitely.
So tomorrow we've scouted out a good coffee place for the morning, haven't we? Which is very important.
Yep.
So looking forward to trying that. We've spotted number one fish and chip shop as well, which has been recommended. So maybe fish and chip takeaway, because they don't take dogs in there.
Yep.
So fish and chip takeaway for lunch.
If we can find a sheltered spot to stand in to eat.
That said, we're having fish and chips tonight in here. So
maybe
double fish and chips.
Maybe
sausage and chips, that'll work.
Yeah.
And I really want to try some more of that beer that I had this afternoon.
Yeah, that was quite foul.
You're not convinced on that, are you? But
not my idea.
We'll see. So yeah, I think we're settling in here for the evening. The beer is flowing, which is good. There's a strange kind of karaoke-esque arch over there, which Sarah will not be able to resist later on. What's your song of choice?
Maybe something by Amy Winehouse tonight, if they're doing it.
Oh, okay. Considering you've just been to a Take That concert, I'm surprised it's not something from Take That, but Amy Winehouse it might be. You'll have to stay tuned and see whether that actually becomes a reality later on. But for now, I think it's onward with the Atlantic Pale Ale. So welcome to Seacroft then, Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Cromer, and we're going to have a bit of a tour around just to show you what we've got here. So this is the main entrance. We came in this way, and Cromer is that way, Sheringham that way. So just looking at the front here, so you've got a service point just around the corner here. for filling up water, dumping all of your grey waste and everything. Nice big grid there for all of that. You've got this lovely little information room at the front here. I'll just show you in here. There's all sorts that they've got in here. So it's full of leaflets, and there's a fridge for your ice blocks and all that kind of stuff if you're camping. So plenty of useful information in here. It's got a map of the site so you can see it. So we've got kind of 3 chunks, if you like. You've got chunk here, and chunk here, and we'll go and have a bit of a wander around all of those. Haven't mentioned that one because actually they've got a tent field as well here. So it's not as big as you'd think it is. It's not as big as you'd think. So just behind the Auto Quest there is the little shop that they've got on site here. Just see that just poking out there. And then behind the Doombar flags is the Wanderer Cafe, where we had dinner last night. So when you just come in through this barrier here on the right hand side, there is a nice dog walking area. It's a one-way dog walk, which is quite nice if you're worried about your dog meeting other dogs and things. It's quite handy. And then you've got the tent field down at the bottom there underneath all those trees, which is very pleasant. And then as you come in, you've got it's all kind of works on one-way systems. So where that pop-top camper is at the top there, that's where you go in. You go all the way around and come out the bottom here. Service points down the bottom there, and obviously different types of pitches here. So you've got grass pitches which are serviced. You've got pitches which are fully serviced and hard standing with an awning. You've got hard standing without an awning. You've got a good variety here. But seeing as we're next to the Wanderer, let's have a bit of a look in here. And behind this gate here in summertime, bearing in mind it's April at the moment, so it's not open yet, but that is a swimming pool. So again, great for families, great for getting outdoors in this country when it allows us with the weather. So let's have a quick look in here then. Okay, so got the Wanderer bar just in here. We've got a bar, lots of people having a drink, which is all good. Pool table, and then down in this side here is a nice seating area, which they don't let dogs in this side, but they do in the bar area. So it's nice if you want to have somewhere which is just dog free, bit quieter, where you can sit and relax and have a nice meal or a nice drink. Very pleasant, and I tell you what, it really makes a difference on a site like this. Very, very nice just to be able to have somewhere where you can come and have a nice drink. Right, so back outside then, there is only one amenities block here. So in terms of toilets, showers, wash up area, all of that kind of stuff, it's that one which is right in front of us now. So as I discovered this morning, you do need to be quite careful at watching what time they close for cleaning and things. So the gents was closed this morning between 10 and 11 for cleaning, which is fine, you know, no issue with that. The only toilet that they've got here that you can use outside of so when they're doing the cleaning is the disabled. So unfortunately someone had decided to go in the disabled and then have a shower this morning, which obviously was holding everybody up a little bit, but you know, that's just life, isn't it? So there you go, that's the facilities block. A good wash up area and everything in there as well. Very clean, as you'd imagine. Obviously Caravan and Motorhome Club do pride themselves on that. So this is a big circle, one way again. So you go up here, round the top, and then down the other side. We're currently pitched just over the back there. You can probably just about see the van. We'll have a wander round. But as you can see, a real variety of pitches here. Good different types of, whether it's caravan, motorhome, campervan, A-class, there's all sorts here. Obviously you've got your chemical disposal point there, that's for your toilets, wastewater, drinking water, some bins over the back there. One thing I haven't noticed here is recycling.
Now I might have missed it, but I can't see different bins for different things, which is all a little bit odd. You'd have thought there would have been, really. So let's keep walking round, and then we'll have a look at the other little extension bit round at the top. Okay then, so we're just walking into this little extension bit, again, one way, very nice. Now these are all serviced pitches up here, so they're all the most expensive type of pitch, and what that means is you get a TV aerial socket, you get water, you get grey waste, I think, pretty sure you do, yes you do, and obviously your electric as well. So you are paying a little bit more for these pitches, but obviously you're getting all of the services on your pitch. So if you want it, at least it's here. It's all hard standing as well at this top little circle area, and then obviously we're starting to go round the edge of the site now, and we'll loop back onto the main circle area where we decided to pitch our van. So let's get down there. Right, so just as we are getting towards the end of this little extension circuit they've done here, you can see the grates in the ground. That's for, again, disposing of your waste. If you are in a motorhome with an onboard tank, you can get rid of it there. And obviously you've got a water fill-up station here, wastewater and drinking water. So it's quite easy to get everything filled up. And it's got a little lay-by there as well, which is not going to inconvenience anybody else. So we're back on the main kind of circle area now. As we start to walk down, there's our Sven, and there's Sarah. She's obviously relaxing, which is good. Hopefully she's got me a cup of tea ready for when I have finished my quick little walk around tour. Should we go down and have a look at the dog walking area? That's probably a good idea. Okay, so you will get to the dog walking area just off this first little circle area, which was just by the main entrance. You see someone's just filling up their water there, and not sure I'd want to be on the pitches which are opposite this service station, because I've seen a few people fill up their water there and service their motorhome there. It's not really designed for that, and if you were on this pitch here, I think I'd get a bit grumpy about that, but you know. So this is where we go to the dog walking area. So we've got a lovely, if I can open the gate, lovely little dog walking area down here, look. Obviously got a bin and everything, which is all good. Keep the site nice and clean and tidy. And actually there's somewhere to let the dog have a bit of a sniff, a bit of a smell, stretch your legs. This is exactly what you'd want on a campsite. Great that they've made this kind of provision for it. Now, granted, this is not the longest dog walk, but as I say, just gives her a chance to stretch her legs. They've got a nice little children's play park down the bottom here as well. Actually, it looks really new. I think they must have been doing some refurbishment on some of that. And that's the tent field that we saw right at the start. So yeah, lovely. So there you go then, tent field is behind me. I'm walking back to the main entrance now, where the shop is and where the bar is. As you can see, not a very big site. It's quite nice and compact. I think the fact that it's got these facilities on site as well really makes a big difference. If you're looking at it on the map on the Caravan Motor Club website and you're wondering, actually that looks more expensive than some of the other sites, I think that's because it's quite close to town. You can walk into town, which is lovely, but also you've got these facilities on site which not many sites have got, and I think that's really worth something. I'm glad we paid a bit extra to come here. It's really made our trip hopefully you like the site too. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is this your kind of site? Hope you've enjoyed the tour round. So we've made it to the Grey Seal Coffee Roasters. How is the croissant?
Nice.
I see, it's a pain au chocolat.
Pain au chocolat. Tasty. Nice.
That's good. That's good. Coffee. Slightly mediocre, I think. But you haven't tried yours yet, have you? Need to see what you think. Now, you'll all know that I am a coffee snob. And this could do better. Sorry, it's not brilliant. It's a bit under-extracted. So it's given me the feeling when I drink it. But, you know, you've got to try these things, haven't you? You've got to try these things. And Sarah's pain au chocolat is going down well, so that's a bonus. Right, on hunt for more coffee, better coffee. Huckleberries, here. Although they don't take dogs inside, actually the coffee is far, far better. It's way better. So it's a beautiful little spot, sitting opposite the church here in the middle of Cromer. Definitely recommended.
So our weekend in Cromer at the Caravan and Motorhome Club at
Croft.
I was about to say Brook. Seacroft. Love it actually. It's been really good fun.
Has.
It's excellent in terms of the location.
Yep.
Good easy walk down into town that's pretty flat too.
Yeah.
Good footpaths either side of the road. You can either walk down the coast path or you can carry on the tarmac path. Either way. I think it's probably important to say as well that Will spent most of the weekend retracting his comments of grumbling of how much the site actually cost.
That's true.
And has been retracting them swiftly because he's realising that you do pay for location.
You get what you pay for.
And you pay for having a pub on site, basically, as well. So all of those things have actually made it add up to being a really good and useful weekend away where we haven't moved the van.
That's true, we haven't moved the van, and the site is scrupulously clean. You know, it's immaculate, I have to say.
It's
really well looked after.
kept,
Yeah. But it was £87, I think, for the 2 nights. Booked at the last minute.
I don't think that makes any difference whatsoever.
But that's being a member.
So you've got to be a member of the Caravan and Motorhome Club.
And it was still £87 for 2 nights, which is a lot of money, isn't it? A lot of money.
That's a hard standing pitch with electric hookup.
Yeah.
No limitations on the hookup, so it's not a kind of pay per kilowatt hour or anything like that. But actually, no awning. But in hard standing pitch.
No awning. But in our van, because it has diesel heating only rather than diesel and electric, we're barely using any of the electric. I mean, it's plugged in because we've paid for it, but it's not heating the van with electric. So I think
if we'd had the choice not to have hookup, then we probably would have gone for it. But Caravan and Motorhome Club don't really offer that particularly. But actually, what you've probably seen from one of Will's walkarounds the site, lots of people on the grass pitches.
Yeah.
And considering how wet it's been, those pitches are nice and dry. Actually,
it seems really well drained, doesn't it?
Yeah, we could have easily have managed on a grass pitch and saved ourselves a smidge.
Yeah.
Of money.
So hopefully you've enjoyed our bit of a walk around the site and walk around Cromer. We haven't moved the van once, as Sarah said.
Yep.
You can take the dogs on buses here.
Yes.
So that's handy. We haven't done, but we asked at reception about it.
It's a double-decker bus. And bus stops pretty much
Straight
at the entrance to the site. It'll only be 5 minutes that you spend on the bus.
Going the other way, if you go out the site and turn left. So right is down to Cromer. So that's about 1,500 metres away, about a mile, 20-minute walk. If you go left, that takes you to Sheringham and then all the way to Wells and those kind of things. And we've seen buses with Wells on the front of them. So if you're going to do a bit of a tour of the coast, this could be a great site. I could see how you could spend a week or more here at this site with the facilities it's got here, and then just tour around on the buses. There's loads of trains over this side, like scenic train rides and stuff. And
lots of nice little cafes and restaurants and bits in Cromer too, so I don't think you'd get bored particularly quickly of where you could go to. Yeah,
I mean, in Cromer itself, we were really impressed with the little artisan deli places for different foods and those kind of things. Great bakeries. I finally found some good coffee, good pubs and things as well, and bars. Great. Yeah. Really, really good. Yeah, really nice place to spend a few days. So hopefully it's whet your appetite to come over to Norfolk and Cromer. If you've been before, you obviously know what it's like. If you haven't been here for a while or you've never been, hopefully this video gives you a little bit of insight to it. It certainly has for us, and I'm sure we'll be back.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go then. So hopefully some inspiration there. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you again soon for some more Campervan Time.